Now, in the aftermath of a pretty serious collision in County Clare, a powerful story of community spirit has emerged. Abilene Ryan, who was involved in the incident on the R469, is with us now to talk about what happened and the kindness she encountered in those difficult moments. Abilene, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me, Alan.
And how are you feeling after, I'm sure, what must have been a very frightening experience?
Yeah, it was very scary at the time, but thankfully nobody is seriously injured, and it was just the cars that took the brunt of it, thankfully. So we're all just shaken up, but everyone is on the mend and we're all doing okay.
And can you give us a sense of, from your perspective, what unfolded?
I don't think I can really, I'm not really in a position to go into the specifics. I think the authorities will focus on that, and at the moment we're just focusing on everyone recovering and feeling better.
That's fair enough. What about the aftermath then of this incident on the R469 at Lynch's Cross? What do you remember about the immediate aftermath?
The aftermath, so as soon as it occurred, obviously it was very scary, and I wasn't on the side of impact, so I hopped out straight away, and I could just see immediately that people were almost straight away people were reacting. People pulled up, they put on high-vis vests, they started directing traffic, people ran over to check on us, and then a young lady pulled up and was directing traffic for a good while before emergency services arrived. And there was a lady who lived in the house beside the accident, and she immediately brought out cups of tea and blankets, and there were two off-duty civil defence members of the civil defence service in Clare who had EMT training, and they immediately got on the scene and put a brace on people and told them not to move, and they, just helped out so much. And one of them sat with my sister for, I think, 3 hours waiting for a second ambulance, and just was very comforting and making sure she was okay. And I'm just so grateful for everyone that helped out the way that they did. It really puts your faith back in humanity, just seeing the whole community come together to help us out.
Yeah, it sounds like an incredible and immediate response. And I mean, I know you also are praising the fire brigade, paramedics and Gardaí were there as well.
Everyone was amazing, at the scene, the paramedics and the fire brigade and everyone, they all arrived so quickly, and they handled the situation so well, and it was just great in the moment of crisis to have people that were just so helpful and just jumping into action straight away, and they really did help the situation feel a little less frightening, and I'm just so grateful for everything that they did.
Yeah, and brilliant response from the emergency response personnel, and not to take away from how brilliant they were, but you kind of, given their roles, you have a certain expectation of that from them, but from local members of the local community, civilians, maybe not so much. And I'm sure it was, a very scary in the immediate aftermath, and it sounds like everybody sprung into action straight away to help you and all the others involved.
Yeah, I'd say there was I don't even think there was a second's delay when people jumped into action. You could see it unfold straight away. They all stuck around. I'm pretty sure the majority of people on the road were on their way back from a funeral, and they all stayed at the scene. They helped out until the emergency services came. But some people stayed even beyond that, and they were. I'm just so grateful for everything they did at the scene, for everyone involved. And I think it could have gone very different, but they were just. I'm just so thankful for all the help they provided. And I'm a little nervous, but I just wanted to say I'm so so grateful for everything that they did.
Well, look, the nerves are understandable, and you know what, given what you and the others involved have been through. But it is nice that you're mindful of the great efforts of the community there and how they helped out. And I think of the particular woman you mentioned, Abilene, who brought out the tea and blankets. There's something very kind of Irish about that. There's nothing that a nice, lovely, hot, warm cup of tea can't cure.
Yeah, definitely, and it definitely helps with the shock as well. I think the tea and the blankets for the people that were affected, and everyone was chatting to us, and I think that helped with the situation as well. You know, calming everyone down and distracting people, and just such good Samaritans in the Clare area, and I'm just really happy for everything that they did. Just amazing response, and they were just so quick to jump into action, and especially the members of the civil defence, they were out of this world, their response, and I'm not sure if they'd like to be named or not, but I'm just so grateful for what they did. They were just just the immediate response, just helping everyone out, staying for hours. You know, obviously for just to help, they just wanted to make sure everyone was okay. And I hadn't been in a crash before, but just to see all of these people come together to help out complete strangers was just fantastic. I'm just so happy that everyone's okay and alive, and just the community response, it surprised me, really good.
Yeah, it's a relief to hear that everyone is okay, but it sounds like you were a bit taken aback by how nice everyone was, because I guess when you've never been through that kind of a event or scenario, it's hard, you don't even think about what to expect. But I'm sure the quick arm around the shoulder and blankets and are you okay and all that kind of kind-hearted actions from locals is the furthest thing from your mind when you're in the immediate aftermath.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously I was focused on the situation at hand, but just in the aftermath, I just realised how much everyone around had helped out, and I'm just so so appreciative. It definitely helped everyone feel a bit more okay about the situation. Just having all these kind local people just supporting us through, obviously, a very tricky time, and. Yeah, I'm just very appreciative for all their efforts and hard work with that.
Yeah, and I think it's also particularly thoughtful of you to come on to pay tribute to the local community there, because I'm sure when you go through a traumatic incident like that, Abilene, everything is a bit of a blur, and in terms of being told someone's name, it goes in one ear and out the other because your mind is all over the place. So you probably didn't catch everyone's name.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them might have mentioned it, but with everything that was going on, it was such a blur. But we'll try and get in touch with them if we can. We're just so. Yeah, I thought this might be a good way just to express how thankful I am for everyone that helped out.
Well, Anna has texted in on 086 1800 964, and she totally understands where you're coming from. She says, "Hi Alan, thank God Abilene is doing well. I was in an accident once and the nerves are through the roof." Certainly getting that impression from you, Abilene, as well. Hopefully your nerves have settled down at this stage.
Yeah, they definitely have. Yeah, we're over the shock of it now. Well, getting there anyway. And everyone's on the mend and we're all going to be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look,
thanks so much, Anna.
No problem. We're glad that from a serious incident that the people have emerged from it relatively unscathed. Abilene, thank you so much for coming on to tell us about that and to thank the local community there. I'm sure all of those involved really appreciate that, and hopefully stay safe. And thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Alan.